towards winter solstice here in New Zealand. So I want to get a little bit of warmth going on, and we're going to start standing today. Just take a quick check-in with the eyes closed, find the feet. Press into the big toe and little toe ball mount, centre of the heel, and then lift through the arches of the feet all the way up through the body. I'm just doing a few little shoulder rolls as I do this. A little bit of a head roll. And then we're going to inhale, reach up nice and high, fill up with the breath. Interlace the fingers and exhale, coming into a side bend. Lift out of the hips. Breathe lots of space into that extended side. And then on your next inhale, come up, exhale, going the other way. Inhale, come up, exhale, release the hands, wiggle the fingers. We're coming into a little twist, just making the arms be floppy. You can take the feet a little wider, releasing through one leg as you twist to the opposite side, whatever feels nice. Then gently spiraling back to centre. Let's reach up with the arms again. Take one hand to the opposite elbow, a little tricep stretch, and we're going to bring this into a side bend. You can hold on to both elbows here, we'll reverse it. And then coming into our sundial, so we're going to take that side bend all the way down towards the knee. Over through the other side and all the way up. And again, big circle, that whole upper body, knees soften. And one more this way before we switch. When we come to the top, let's switch the elbow hand combination and we'll side bend the other way. Melting down through the hips towards the earth and lifting up through that torso, through the upper body. And then coming into that sundial. Bringing the torso over towards one knee, around to the other, and then coming up through a side bend. And again. Two more this way. Last one. And coming all the way out, release those arms, shake it out. So today I want to look at something called the 5 Tibetan Rites, which is an interesting form of yoga of sort of uncertain provenance, may not be Tibetan, but I found it's a really nice way to get warm first thing in the morning. So we're going to start with rite number 1. We're going to take the arms out like warrior 2. And we're going to be turning clockwise while looking over our right hand like a spot. So I'm just going to walk my feet around. And in the traditional 5 Tibetan rites, we do each one 21 times. But I'm not going to count it today. Just exploring the sequence of movement. We can get a bit of warmth going, a little bit of cardio, and some really nice range of motion work in some of our major joints. If you're feeling brave, you could close your eyes. I've stepped off my mat because if I were on it, my mat would be making a slow crinkly journey around the room as well. And then I'm going to slow it down. And gently lower my arms as I come to centre, and you can close your eyes and take a nice mountain pose here. Just notice that swirling that's probably still going on in the inner ear. Don't worry, that's the only spinning one. Just allowing everything to settle. Find the tripod of your feet lifting up through those arches. Imagine sending roots down into the earth and growing tall like a tree. Now we're going to come down onto our backs. The second right, I don't mess around these guys. The second right is leg raises. So we're going to take our legs up in the air. I like to point my toes to this one, but we can give the feet a little wiggle as we prepare. And you can put your arms wherever is comfortable. I'm going to put them on my belly to check that my pelvis doesn't get crazy. Another option is you can take your hands just underneath your buttocks, and that's going to help you keep awareness of that lower back as well. So the traditional rite is a fairly swift lower all the way up and down with your legs, which can be really dodgy if you're not used to it or have a sensitive lower back. So we're going to go nice and slow with this. Relax the shoulders into the mat. Stabilise through that low belly, lower back. And then on our inhale, just as much as we can keep that stability, we're going to lower the legs. So it might not be much. You'll probably feel your lower abs really working. And then exhale, just bring them up to the starting position. So we inhale, lower, and exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift, keep that torso stabilised. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. And you can also do one leg at a time. So inhale, lower. You might find it goes a little lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Keep stable in that lower belly. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. You can keep going like this. I'm going to do a few more with both legs. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. One more. Inhale, lower. And exhale, lift. Let's hug the knees into the chest. Maybe make some little circles, rock around on that lower back. The third right is done in a kneeling position. So if you're feeling a bit playful, let's curl up into a little ball shape. You can grab in front of your shins or behind them, maybe even your feet. And we'll rock and roll up. And maybe you come all the way onto your knees. It's not happening for me today, which is all good. So the third right works on thoracic spine extension and flexion, and we're going to do this in a high kneeling position. You can have your toes tucked under or not, really doesn't matter. I like to put my hands on my lower back to make sure that my lower back isn't getting involved. So I'm keeping zipped up through the belly, long through that low back. So we're going to inhale, lift the centre of the chest, widen the collarbones, get long through the front. And then exhale, maybe tuck the chin, just rounding a little bit. It's like the top half of the cat-cow. Again, we inhale, coming into that little thoracic back bend. Exhale, gently round it out. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round, engage through the belly. Inhale, lift, open the collarbones. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift. Keep the lower back long. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Let's do two more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Nice. You can come down onto hands, not hands and knees, sorry, onto your heels. And just take a moment, wiggle it out. Now this next one, right, number 4. I really like this one. It involves one of my favourite things, which is reverse tabletop. So we go in between reverse tabletop on the inhale. So really lift out of the arms, lift the chest, lift the hips. And then on the exhale, we're scooting back into Dandasana. So I have my fingers pointing towards my feet. You can have them turned out to the sides. And really taking this as slow as you want, because it can be a bit awkward with changing the foot position. So we inhale up into reverse table. Really lift the hips, lift the chest. Exhale, scoot it back to Dandasana. Inhale, reverse tabletop. Exhale, Dandasana. Inhale, reverse tabletop. Exhale, Dandasana. Inhale, lift. Exhale, sit. Inhale, lift, lift, lift. Exhale, sit. Inhale, 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 lift. Exhale, sit. Two more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, sit. Inhale, lift. Exhale, sit. Inhale, lift. Exhale, sit. Lovely. Take a moment in your Dandasana. Might as well. Flex the feet. Press the heels away. Lift tall through the top of the head. And just let those shoulders and arms relax. The fifth rite and final rite is possibly the most familiar to the kind of yoga I do, because it involves dogs. So we can come into our downward facing dog, and we'll just take a little bit of time to arrive here. We'll go out anything that wants wiggling out. Spread those fingers, spread those shoulder blades. So this will be our exhale position to the right, right, number 5. Our inhale is going to be upward facing dog. And you may notice that I have my toes tucked under for this one. It really depends on, let's go back to down dog. It really depends on the surface that you're on. And strengthen your shoulders. Let's go forward on the inhale, lift through the top of the head. And exhale back. I've definitely had situations, inhale forward, where I've been able to flip through my feet on every upward facing dog. Exhale back, inhale forward, exhale back. But I don't think that's quite here today on the surface. Inhale forward, so you can have the toes tucked under or not as the short version. Exhale back. Inhale forward, really keep lifting out of those shoulders. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Lift, lift, lift. Exhale back. Inhale up. Dog. Exhale down, dog. Inhale upward facing dog. Exhale downward facing dog. Inhale upward facing dog. Exhale downward facing dog. Inhale upward facing dog. Exhale downward facing dog. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Nice. Let's sink down into child's pose, just taking a little breather. So those were the 5 Tibetan rites. And it took us just under 15 minutes to touch on them, which is about what I would expect to take if I were to do them at speed, one after the other. So it's a really nice, efficient little get up, get warm sequence. There are all sorts of claims about it being the secret of youth, which I imagine are far-fetched. Maybe it happens to some people. But I think they're a nice little mobiliser and activator for a cold grey day. You may have noticed that they're mainly to do with flexion and extension. So we're going to balance that out with a little bit of twisting and side bending. So let's gently make our way back up into downward facing dog. Inhale, take that right leg up and back, reaching nice and high, square the hips. And then exhale, we'll lunge the right foot forward. Bring the back knee down today, you can untuck the toe if you like. And then we're going to make our way up into our lunge. Just check that the back toes are pointing straight back from the knee pitch. We're zipping up pubic bone to navel and isometrically using our front foot to drag our back knee forward. Let's inhale, lift the arms, get tall. Exhale, circulate those shoulders nice and comfortably on the up back. Think about breathing length from the back knee all the way up to the fingertips. And then we'll take that right arm gently, just place it somewhere around the right thigh. Inhale that length from the back knee to the fingertips, get really tall, and exhale, side bending over. So really open through that whole left side. A little bit of balance. You can brace gently with your right arm. Inhale, come up, exhale, release that left hand down. We're going to reach up through the right arm for a little twist. Check that that front knee is over the ankle, the front foot is nice and evenly grounded. And then if you want, you can lift that back knee with the toes either tucked under or not. Working on levelling the hips. Lengthen through the spine. And then gently releasing that back knee down. Bring the right hand down. Nice long inhale. And exhale, we'll come back into side intense stretch. Flexing the front foot, releasing the torso over the thigh. Keep the torso on the thigh, we'll come back into that lunge. Keep the torso on the thigh, we're going to lift the back knee. Keep the torso on the thigh, we're going to hop the back foot forward and down on an angle like we were doing Warrior One. Keep the torso on the thigh, we're going to gently start to straighten that front leg, draw the hip back, release the torso long along that thigh, forward toward the ankle, pyramid pose. There's another form of side intense stretches you can probably feel. Gently releasing, we'll hop that back foot back, round the hands, and step back to downward facing dog. Take an inhale, left leg comes up and back, reach it high, square the pelvis to the floor. And then lunging that left foot towards where your left hand is. Bring the back knee down, untuck the toes. And then coming up into this lunge, check that back foot, point straight back from the knee pit. Again, front knee over the ankle. Use the strength of that front foot to isometrically drag the back knee forward. Zip up pubic bone to navel and inhale, get tall. Exhale, shoulders just settle. Gently release the left arm somewhere on the left thigh. Inhale, really tall from the right knee to the right fingertips, and exhale, side bending, fan that right side open to the ceiling. Inhale, come up. Exhale, release the right hand down. Reach up through the left arm. Check that that front knee is over the ankle, foot is evenly grounded. And then if you like, you can lift the back knee. Working to level and square the pelvis. Inhale, long through the spine. Exhale, lift out of the right arm. Reach towards the ceiling through the left. Inhale, release the knee, release the left hand. Torso to thigh, draw the left hip back, flex the foot. Breathe space into that left hip socket. Keep the torso on the thigh, come forward into that lunge position on the left foot. You can tuck the right toes under, keep the torso on the thigh, hop the right foot forward and bring it down for pyramid pose. Warrior One feet, keep the torso on the thigh as we start to straighten that left leg. Press down to the outer edge of the right foot. And then we're going to gently release into that front knee, press the hands flat and step back, downward facing dog. Then we'll wiggle here. We're going to come into pigeon, so if you want to do this on your back or standing or seated, go for your life. I'm going to go from downward facing dog, lift the right leg up, bring the knee towards the right, wrist foot towards the left. squaring myself off. I'm going to take my hands towards my hips. Inhale, lift out of my pelvis, and exhale, fold forward. Just as much as feels good. Wherever you are in your pigeon variation, reacquaint yourself with your diaphragm gravity. Let it support you as much as possible. Reacquaint yourself with your breath. Let your mind, your awareness, just follow your breath. As you release into gravity a little bit more. And then slowly and gently make your way out of your pigeon pose and switch sides. I'm going to have my last down facing dog of the morning here, most probably. And then taking the left leg up and back. Bring the knee towards the left wrist, foot towards the right. I'm going to walk my hands towards my hips with my pelvis to the front of the mat. Big inhale to lift. And then exhale to fold. Notice where your mind is. And whatever's calling your mind, just give that thing some space and attention. While maintaining some observational distance. Some detachment. And then when you're ready, very gently make your way into your Shavasana. Taking any movements that you crave as you get there. Maybe a little twist, a little rock. And once you're in a comfortable spot, just reacquaint yourself with the support of gravity, with the support of your breath. And with the support of your growing ability to observe sensation with appropriate detachment. start to make your way out of your Shavasana, moving through any movements that delight you. And we'll come to a comfortable seated position. So inhale the arms out wide, join the palms at the top, and exhale, bring hands to heart center. And we'll close our practice with the sound of peace and consciousness, the sound of Om. Inhale. Bringing fingertips to third eye center, inhale, and together say Namaste. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you live with ease. May all beings be happy, be healthy, and live with ease. Thank you so much for joining me. If you're watching on Facebook, I'll fling a couple of links into the comments. One is just to the Wikipedia page on the 5 Tibetan rites. It's kind of interesting, just provides a little more of an overview. The other is the link to the event for my Zoom class, which is this evening, Wednesday, 5:30 New Zealand time. $10 if you would like a longer class with me. And if you're on Instagram, you can look that stuff up because I can't give you links. Or you can click over to my Facebook, Sylvia Yasa Edge, and that stuff is all publicly available there. Have a beautiful day, everybody. Be excellent to yourselves. And I'll be back here Friday morning.